What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Weekly, where we take a deeper dive into the previous week for the Chicago Bulls, discuss the results that took place, and look forward to the upcoming week ahead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, what an interesting turn of events this week was. Fight. That's just the word. And it's the word we've been saying for the past month, I would say. Just fight. Continual fight. Continual effort. Continual comeback ability, whatever you want to call it, and it's really starting to pay off for the Bulls, and I think you can see it. So that's the word I have for you guys in terms of what the week we just faced, and hopefully it's the word I'll have next week for the week ahead. But before we get any further, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their previous week and upcoming week ahead. We had 4 games to look forward to in that previous week, and we went a solid neutral 2-2. We faced some good competition in this week as well, in one of the best teams in the league, in Cleveland, good team in the Pacers, and obviously teams that are struggling as well with the Magic and the Heat. And I think what we're starting to finally understand about this Bulls is just the level that they are right now. And to be honest, it's not far away from the level that we were post the Zach LaVine trade. Guys have stepped up to the table. Guys have figured out what their roles are with this Bulls team by now, and they're playing like it. When injuries have occurred, we've had players step up to the plate. So ultimately, I don't think we're that far away from where we were. And I think that's the best thing you can ask for. Maybe not the best, because of course Bulls fans want us to tank. A lot of us do. I personally want us to fight. That's all I really care about. I want us to play well. And if we win or lose, I'll accept playing well. That's all I care about, right? But if Bulls fans want to see us lose, this is obviously not the best thing to see. But for a Bulls team that it has been struggling, I guess for a Bulls team that was expected to be struggling, and to show that a young group of guys can still take you to the play-in tournaments, as we are, I think it's very impressive. Anyway, the games started off with the Indiana Pacers. We lost this game 127-112. Once again, it was, I think the key to that game was the Pacers passing. That was really what got them over the line for me. But the Bulls fought. And in the end, we walked away pretty badly in the fourth quarter. But we fought very well in the game. We didn't play 4 quarters. And that's how we lost this one against the Pacers. They always seem to beat us. We have them in our first game in the upcoming week as well. So I'm not necessarily too happy about that, so let's put it that way. But still, you got to be in it to win it. Let's hope we can get some revenge on the Pacers in the next time out. We faced the best team in the Eastern Conference at the moment, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and we lost this one 139-117. Man, we fought really hard in this game, but what really hurt us is once again the fourth quarter. I mean, taking a look at what Cleveland was able to do in that fourth quarter, they scored 43 points to the Bulls 23 points, and we lost by 22 points. So the fourth quarter really was the difference in that game. We were fighting tooth and nail with them. At some points, I thought we were really good. Like, we played much better than them throughout that game. But push comes to shove, they're one of the best in the East for a reason. And look, this is not necessarily an NBA channel. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Cavs have a great shot at winning a championship, because I still think Boston is the team to beat in that regard, because they just have the history and the experience on their side. But they're good, and the Bulls fought with a good team. Yeah, we lost, but you can still take positives in a loss like that. And that's what I'm hoping that we do. And then we went to Florida. Firstly, in Orlando, we won this one 125-123, an elite career high for Coby White, 44 points, sealed the deal for the Bulls, and we also had a lot of contributors that made this game a fun one to watch. And of course, Vucevic's old stomping grounds, it's nice to get a win on Orlando. And then, a team that's, you know, for some Bulls fans, it's a big rivalry game against the Miami Heat. We won this one 114-109. Miami were up by like 22 points at one point in this game, and an outstanding fourth quarter performance for the Bulls sealed the deal. Josh Giddey dagger 3 as well, and everything was just beautiful within that last quarter. And it goes to show, yes, this team has a lot to learn in the clutch, but they can find a way to win. And we just need to see that on a consistent basis as well. So lessons to be learned. With that being said, we got the awards, and I'm going to quickly dive through those. We got the Must Improve, Sixth Man of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, and Player of the Week in general. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's get started. The first one we're going to do is the must improve, and I do have an answer for this one. It is Dalen Terry. The reason why I think Dalen Terry is the must improve is because he had opportunities this week to really show he could be the Ayo Dosunmu replacement on the team. And there were some moments where he didn't play much, but I think 2 out of the 4 games he started for the Chicago Bulls, and he just didn't play that well. Now, I'm not expecting 25 points a night from Dalen Terry, but I even feel like just being on the court and being a difference in multiple areas, whether it's defensively, in transition, or whether it's a playmaking side of things. Dalen Terry came into this league as a good playmaker, and we don't see that enough out of him. And I just feel like those opportunities may have gone to waste for me personally. And that is why he is my must-improve of the week. My defensive player of the week, controversial because I think there's a lot of guys you could give this to. We got the centers. I think both centers and Jalen Smith and Zach Collins played really well defensively. But the reason why I'm going to give it to the guy I'm giving it to is because both those guys actually fouled out against the Orlando Magic, and I think that's a big problem. I'm giving it to Tre Jones. Someone that came off the bench and contributed, someone that started and contributed. He's known for his defense and his hustle around screens and all those things, and he showed that firsthand in this previous week. And once again, if it wasn't for that fouling out game from Jalen Smith and Zach Collins against the Orlando Magic, one of them probably could have got it from me. But I think fouling is a big problem of ours, and it's a big deal when both of our centers get fouled out of a game or had foul trouble in a game. So that's frustrating, but it is what it is. Moving on. The 6th man of the week, I will give to one of those guys, is going to be Jalen Smith. He had a double-double in one of the games, but I just like the fact that it's not just 3-point shooting this week with Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith can knock down the 3. That's very clear. But sometimes he has some of the worst misses I've seen on the team. But he really takes this seriously in the paint as well. He is definitely a guy that wants to play physically in there. And I think that was what I was most impressed with him off the bench this week. The fact that he could get into the paint, show his physicality, and get some and ones in there, get to the rim. And, you know, for someone that is considered undersized in that position, that's really impressive. And then my player of the week is Josh Giddey. I don't think there's any real conversation here. I mean, Kobe White had a 20-point game against Miami and a 44-point game against the Magic, but consistency-wise, I think Josh Giddey has earned the player of the week this week. So, what do we have to look forward to? Starting off with the upcoming game against the Indiana Pacers at home. Hopefully, we could get some revenge there, and we're going to swiftly move on. A few days away, actually, after that, is the game against the Brooklyn Nets. Look, this is a big game in terms of the playing tournament. I still think we're going to get the 10th seed no matter what. But look, if you want the Bulls to tank, you probably want to see the Bulls lose this game to Brooklyn because they're probably a competitive and the next best team that could get into the playing tournament if for whatever reason we don't. And if you want us to compete, well, you want to beat a team like Brooklyn because they are the team that's behind us at the moment. So you want to beat them and get even higher up. Really depends on what side of the coin you're sitting on. I want to see us beat Brooklyn because I want to see the Bulls win, but each to their own. Our last game to look forward to is away from home against Houston. Man, Houston's going to be a tough one. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. We don't ever play well against Houston, and I can see that continuing this time around. They've got some good defenders, good 3-point shooters. They have some veterans in there just as much as they've got some young scorers in there. Dynamic threats, and I think they'll be a big problem for us. Defensively, we need to show up in that game, or else we're walking away with a loss. That's how I feel. What do you think? Thank you for watching. See you in the next Bulls Weekly. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.